creating productive projects and high-performing teams. Hi, let's talk about what truly makes engineering teams and projects productive, not just in terms of hitting deadlines, but in creating an environment where great work happens consistently. I've seen teams struggle under poor working conditions, rigid processes, and unrealistic expectations. And I've seen others thrive when leadership focuses on the right priorities. A productive work environment is not just about tools or methodologies. It's about reducing distractions, fostering deep focus, and creating a culture of trust and autonomy. Engineers do their best work when they have quiet, private spaces with minimal interruptions, rather than being constantly pulled into meetings or forced to multitask. Companies that invest in structured, uninterrupted work periods see higher quality output, faster development cycles, and better overall team morale. One of the most overlooked factors in productivity is the flow state. I've seen teams struggle when their workdays are chopped into small, disconnected chunks with constant task switching. Engineers need long, uninterrupted periods of focus to engage deeply with complex problems. The best teams optimize their schedules around deep work blocks, minimizing unnecessary meetings and context switching. When this happens, productivity soars, not because people are working more hours, but because they are able to work more efficiently. The success of a project depends more on team dynamics and collaboration than on rigid methodologies. I've seen projects executed flawlessly on paper, but fail due to poor communication, lack of trust, or a rigid adherence to process over people. High-performing teams adapt their workflows to what actually works for them, rather than forcing themselves into strict methodologies that don't fit their needs. Processes should serve the team, not the other way around. There's a persistent myth that working longer hours leads to higher productivity. In reality, I've seen overtime push teams toward burnout, creating a short-term boost at the expense of long-term effectiveness. Sustainable productivity comes from efficient work habits, well-managed workloads, and a culture that prioritizes rest and recovery. The best engineering teams know when to push hard and when to step back, ensuring that they don't sacrifice quality for the illusion of speed. Great managers don't just assign tasks. They remove obstacles, create clarity, and empower their teams to perform at their best. I've seen managers who try to control every detail of their team's work, only to create unnecessary bottlenecks. The most effective leaders trust their engineers, minimize distractions, and ensure that teams have what they need to succeed. Leadership is not about directing every step, but about creating an environment where high performance is the natural outcome. Hiring the right people is critical to building strong teams, but it's not just about technical skills. I've seen companies prioritize raw technical ability over cultural fit, only to struggle with misaligned teams and poor collaboration. Strong teams are built on shared values, mutual respect, and the ability to communicate effectively. A cohesive team with good chemistry will always outperform a group of individually brilliant but disconnected engineers. Trust and autonomy lead to better results. I've seen teams flourish when they are given ownership over their work without excessive micromanagement. Engineers who feel trusted take initiative, solve problems more effectively, and produce higher quality work. When management tries too much control, it creates hesitation, dependency, and slower decision-making. Teams perform best when they are empowered to take responsibility and make informed decisions on their own. High turnover disrupts productivity and team cohesion more than most companies realize. I've seen teams that lose key engineers struggle for months to regain lost knowledge and momentum. Retention isn't just about perks. It's about creating a work environment where people feel valued, challenged, and supported. Companies that invest in their engineers, provide clear career growth paths, and foster a positive work culture, retain their best talent, and sustain long-term success. Organizational learning and adaptability are crucial for staying productive over time. The best engineering teams continuously reflect on what's working, share knowledge openly, and improve their processes. I've seen teams that encourage learning through retrospectives, documentation, mentorship, and experimentation stay ahead of the curve, while those that resist change become stagnant. The ability to adapt and evolve is what keeps teams productive in the long run. Productivity isn't just about speed or efficiency. It's about creating an environment where engineers can do their best work consistently. The best teams don't just deliver, they innovate, collaborate, and grow together. The real question is, are we setting up our teams for sustained success, or are we just pushing them to meet the next deadline?